around the place tomorrow morning. Less turbulence going to carry you the rest of the way.
Doubt not. You shall not only do this which is done to the big tree, but also...
So here's Charlie. Charlie is a little kitten that was meowing all night in front of our house in a bush. And I woke up this morning to this little kitten crying for help behind a bush in the front yard. And so, hold on. Well, it's Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. Got a 4-week-old kitten here. This morning I go outside about 6 in the morning, and there's a kitten desperately crying outside. And and so we brought him in, or it could be a her, we don't really know yet. My wife took it to the vet, but we got some milk for it. And so this is going to be a new addition to the house. There's Ambrose the cat. So the dog was barking all night, so apparently the dog drew the dog herd this little kitten outside. And anyway, so I brought her in, and then my wife, come on, I'm going to bundle you up. Little kittens don't have the ability to self-regulate, to regulate their body temperature, so we got to keep him all. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Little cat. I think the cat's name is going to be Charlie.
Going forward, the only mission, of course, is to be strong so that we can prevent war in the first place. The president talks about it all the time. It's called peace through strength. And as history teaches us, the only people who actually deserve peace are those who are willing to wage war to defend it. That's why pacifism is so naive and dangerous. It ignores human nature and it ignores human history. Either you protect your people and your sovereignty, or you will be subservient to something or someone. It's a truth as old as time.
Well, this little guy or girl was crying all night and yesterday, apparently. I got up this morning at 6 o'clock, went outside, and there was crying behind the bush in the front of our house. And I rescued this little kitten who turns out to be 4 weeks old. And someone told me at work they walked by the house last night and heard the cat crying yesterday. So the cat's been out there a while.
Of course, is to be strong so that we can prevent war in the first place. The president talks about it all the time. It's called peace through strength. And as history teaches us, the only people who actually deserve peace are those who are willing to wage war to defend it. That's why pacifism is so naive and dangerous. It ignores human nature and it ignores human history. Either you protect your people and your sovereignty, or you will be subservient to something or someone. It's a truth that's old as time. And since waging war...
Well, this little guy or girl was crying all night and yesterday, apparently. I got up this morning at 6 o'clock, went outside, and there was crying behind the bush in the front of our house. And I rescued this little kitten who turns out to be 4 weeks old. And someone told me at work they walked by the house last night and heard the cat crying yesterday. So the cat's been out there a while and is now anyway, my wife went to the vet, got some kitten milk, so we're trying to feed the cat. And it looks like this is a new addition to the house.
Most lethal and most prepared military on the planet. That is true, full stop. Nobody can touch us. It's not even close. This is true largely because of the historic investments.
I have no idea. I'm holding the phone backwards, so I can't see what I'm filming. Anyway, this is September the 30th, 2025. It's a Tuesday. It's 6:06 p.m. and this is I just fed him or her for the first time. My wife's already named him Charlie, and but we don't. When she went to the vet, they didn't tell her if it was a boy or girl. She's taking the cat back Friday for a checkup and everything. So anyway, this is
You see, this urgent moment, of course, requires more troops, more munitions, more drones, more Patriots, more submarines, more B-21 bombers. It requires more innovation, more AI in everything, and ahead of the curve. More cyber effects, more counter-UAS,
oh my goodness,
more space, more speed. America is the strongest, but we need to get stronger and quickly.
It's trying to purr, isn't it, Ambrose?
The moment requires restoring and refocusing our defense industrial base, our shipbuilding industry, and onshoring all critical components. It requires, as President Trump has done, getting our allies and partners to step up and share the burden. America cannot do everything. The free world requires allies with real hard power, real military leadership, and real military capabilities. The War Department is tackling and prioritizing all of these things. And I'll be giving a speech next month that will showcase the speed, innovation, and generational acquisition reforms we are undertaking urgently. Likewise,
yeah,
the threats we face in our hemisphere.
4 weeks.
China is another speech for
They said it would take another couple of weeks before it could eat solid food. Oh my gosh, it's going into my ear. What in the name of heck? You can't go into my ear, man. You won't fit. Although it's probably warm inside my head since I don't have a brain. You'd snuggle right into that cavity.
No plan, no program, no formation will ultimately succeed unless we have the right people and the right culture at the War Department.
Right, Ambrose?
If I've learned one core lesson in my 8 months in this job, it's that personnel is
yes.
personnel is policy. The best best way to take care of troops is to give them good leaders committed to the warfighting.
What are you doing, man?
Not perfect leaders, good leaders. Competent, qualified, professional, agile, aggressive, innovative, risk-taking, apolitical, faithful to their oath and to the Constitution.
Shit.
You gotta look at the camera, you little cuckoo. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on, honey. Come on. You were sucking away for a moment. Come on. We need to get you back. We need to get you back into it. Come on. Come on. Come on, cutie. Come on. Yeah, you can do it. Yep. You like it. See, when it comes out, you like it. When it comes out, you like it. Yeah. Let me wipe your little mouthy mouth. We can't let you be all sloppy. That's not nice. No, we can't have you be all wet. Not your little hands, not your little mouth, nothing. No, we can't do that to you. We can't let you be sloppy. You're gonna be okay. Look, let me wipe your little chin a lot, okay? Yeah? You feel better now? You had a little tiny bit. You want more? I want you to be okay. I don't know what's wrong with you. Come on. Come on, you poor baby. Okay, you can't be on your back. You can't be on your back. Let's just get it into your mouth like this. Okay, you're kind of standing up. You got it. Oh, no. Not too much at once? Oh, you poor thing. I wonder what you're going through.
I'm thrilled to be here this morning.
You took a video?
Senior leadership of what is once again
You're gonna put that on YouTube?
I don't know.
I don't know
This
that I
is a
want.
cat we adopted this morning that was screaming all night, apparently, in the front yard and yesterday, and I discovered her this morning at 6 in the morning, and so Cleo took the little kitten, who's apparently 4 weeks old, to the vet and got some kitten food, and so looks like the cat's name is going to be Charlie and be a new addition here.
Your little foot is too wet.
And then we went away. Well, that started with the first sense of wokeness. And we changed it to defense and floor, and I said, what do you think?
I wish I could help you. I don't know what's wrong with you. You poor baby. Hi, looking for your mom. You poor baby.
Digging in the litter box, and typically once they turn 10, they typically have to urinate, and they didn't even know it. So obviously kittens will be kittens, and they're gonna have an accident from time to time. This is kind of obvious, but cats are clean animals by nature, and so giving them a clean litter box every single day is vital to prevent accidents as well as prevent infections. With the recycled paper litter that
I think she just had an accident.
For more weekly cat videos, and I would love to know in the comments down below, have you ever...
I had to put in
I'm filming them playing.
really,
I'm recording them playing here.
I really have had a hard day.
Oh shit.
What just happened?
They well, it's a little bit after 6 in the morning. It's it was 10 degrees, but it warmed up to 14 degrees. But they say it feels like 6 degrees. But man, I've gotten they cleared the streets the other day, but they created a problem. Created this wall where I can't get out of my driveway. I could shovel that, but should have shoveled it the other day. I had my car parked in the garage when the snow happened on Friday, and then I got out. Was it Saturday or Saturday? Yeah, Saturday I got out of the car. I mean, I got out of the garage and down the driveway over here, and was able to run some errands. And then came back, and then I had to go out later, and I couldn't get my car back into the driveway fully over here. So, see, I got out of the garage, but oh boy. So, oh man, shit. And then yesterday it snowed more. Just my luck. So, my car is not, it's just stuck here. I brought this salt that we don't use out. I just can't. I'll put some salt down there and see if it does anything. Of course, it's not going to do anything, but well, it should go a little above freezing tomorrow, so maybe it won't be trapped. But I've got to get to work, and I can't get my car out, so I'm gonna have to walk to work. It's like the surface of Mars here. Let's go, man. I'm just gonna shut off my phone because iPhones don't like to be out in freezing weather. It sounds like soldiers marching, doesn't it? I had to do this yesterday morning too. I had to walk back and forth to work. But I think it's cold. It is colder this morning than it was yesterday. I'm recording this mainly to time how long it takes me to get to work in these conditions. Snowman there. No, that isn't. That's a little man that tells you to slow down. because kids are playing. Oh man, I didn't take the trash out to the curb. I didn't know if trash men were coming today or not. Just have one more block to go. So thankfully Charlton 66 told me about these shoes that I'm wearing, because it really helps my plantar fasciitis or fasciitis. I don't know how to pronounce that, but so I'm able to walk okay. It's a brand called Hoka, H-O-K-A. If you have problems walking around like Frankenstein, I'd recommend these shoes. this is the dangerous part. Well, I made it to work, and it's like 12 minutes. And they say that which does not kill you only serves to make you stronger. So I made it. I think I'm not going to have any fingers amputated, although if I was out here any longer, I didn't even put on gloves like a moron. Anyway.
Join the Grottu Orloff army. We offer power and adventure. Rarg, join us in battle. Together, we will conquer. Join now.
There. Break it up. Go back to being nice. Okay, be nice, be nice, be nice. Be friendly. Be friendly, be friendly, be friendly, be friendly. No, break it up. Be nice to each other. No. Come on, how dare you?
Grottu Orloff is a mad daddy. He's the coolest. I mean, look at this. He's so cool. He's the best. So mad, so cool.
her big brother. Ooh, she's learning the kung fu. Don't get me worried, you two. Oh, little cuties. Stop it now. The little one looks ready to go.
I think she's biting her own tail.
What?
The little one's biting her own tail.
That's
Oh, she really bit the shit out. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Callie has such big claws, she could really mess her up. I'm a little scared. Oh no. Hey, Muppets, stop. Should I break up the fight?
I guess I could. Hey guys, stop. Oh shit.
You know, if you spray them with this rose water, they'll both get scared and stop.
Okay. Oh, she's biting her own tail,
No
seriously.
more fighting. No more fighting. Wow. Oh, okay, it's over. Well, you don't have to spray Callie. I mean, she's not doing anything.
No, I'm not.
It looked like you were getting ready. I'm like, what are you doing?
Is because they have a bunch of illegal aliens. That's great. I had no idea. I thought it was the rich tech companies and the fact that it's like an incredible place.
Humanity may never rise again.
Here's Ellen the cat, our beloved cat of 11 years. I'm glad to see she's drinking. She's been acting strangely lately, and last night I came home and her eyes were completely crusted over, and she would sit at the water and just stare at it. So we're going to take her to the vet today, and I don't know. And I got out of the shower yesterday, and she went into the shower stall and just laid there, and I had to take her out, which is just this odd behavior, which I hope it doesn't mean, I hope she's just sick and it's not the end of Alan's life. I'm just glad she's drinking. Why do I keep calling him a sheep? Well, it's good news that Alan the cat is drinking, because I've seen her lately just staring at the water dish, which is kind of what our cat Pete the cat did right before he passed away. And Alan, we've had Alan since he was a kitten. He showed up in our backyard back in Texas, and my wife asked the little kitten his name, and he said, Alan. And now that's how he got his name. His eyes are real watery, and crusted, and then it turns into this crust. I got home from work yesterday, his eyes were completely crusted over. I had to, anyway, so I put him into bed with us, and glad. And then I just found Alan in the boiler room, and his tail was completely wet, or I guess he didn't get into the litter box. He just kind of peed where he was sitting, which is exactly what happened to Pete, who was like a brother to Alan not too long ago. I guess that was about a year ago, maybe, that we lost Pete. A little more than that, and then Alan was lonely, and then we adopted 2 kittens, and we've lately found another kitten. But we've got an appointment at the vet today, and I'm hoping that maybe Alan just has a cold or something. But anyway, Alan's drinking water, though it's out. I had to put the water out here on the enclosed porch, and I've got this heater making sure it doesn't freeze, because when I had the water in the living room, Ambrose the cat, one of the kittens, would splash in it until all the water was splashed onto the carpet. So I thought, if he's going to do that, at least let him do it out on the porch. But problem is, then it gets really cold, and then this water starts freezing up. So I've had to do this. So I'm hoping that we don't get bad news from the vet, but that's Ambrose the cat there approaching. The one that was the culprit. Right, Ambrose? Let me get some more water. Hold on. Okay. Get you some more fresh water here, Alan. Spring water. Man, his face is so cold. This water must be super cold that he's drinking. At least I just put some water in that should be room temperature. That should be better. Maybe he's gotten sick from drinking water that's frigid. I hope that's... Well, I have good news. Alan the cat is drinking water. She's been sick. Alan the cat is drinking water, and that's really great news. I've noticed him acting strangely. Every morning he comes, sits on the arm of the couch next to me, and I pet him for a while. He hasn't done it for a few days, and then his behavior became erratic. I got out of the shower yesterday, and he walks into the shower stall, sits down, and it just stays there in the wet, on the wet floor, and I had to pick him up and take him out. Strange behavior like that, and kind of disappearing and just staring at water dishes and not eating. And then yesterday, his eyes were completely crusted over. Like I got home and found that in that way I had to. He was by the water dish, and I had to peel all this crust. He's been tearing up. It almost looks like his eyes are sunken in, but there's all this crust on his eyes, and he's tearing up. Anyway, he's drinking some fresh spring water here that's being heated. So, but I just found Alan in the basement, in the boiler room, and his tail was all wet from, I guess Alan didn't make it into the litter box. So, as you can imagine, we have an appointment with the vet today at 4. But I'm thinking my wife needs to go in earlier, so I need to get her some cash so that they don't have Uber drivers here where I live, but they have a little neighborhood trolley. And if she has cash, she could take it over to the vet. And I may have to take off early. But hopefully Alan's just sick. Alan met my wife right before we got married, and Cleo was in the backyard and like 3 a.m, I guess, smoking a cigarette. She used to smoke. She doesn't anymore, but she heard a little kitten and asked the kitten its name, and he said, Alan. He almost like he was speaking, so that became his name. And he was always the young kitten. Now he's the older one, and he's 11 years old, But I think cats usually can live to be 15, so maybe this is just some temporary sickness or a flu or something, that's something the vet can fix. I'm hoping. I got a package in the mail yesterday from Charlton 66. I've been so frantic. It took me an hour this morning just to find Alan. I haven't been able to open it yet. I'll open it. I'll open it when I'll open it. I'll show you what I got. And also this. The guy that took me to my cataract surgery, that drove me to the city and back, is the town historian. He knows the stuff I'm into. He left a goodie bag hanging on my doorknob day before yesterday with old comic books and old matchbooks. One was a matchbook promoting the release of Sunset Boulevard, the classic movie, and bunch of cool stuff, and I'll show you that and what Charlton sent me soon. I just gotta deal with this, and hopefully this is not. I don't want, man. Dear Heavenly Father, if it's Alan's time, they will be done. But if Alan could make it a few more years to try to be a older companion to our little kittens, please help Alan recover, because Alan means so much to us. But I know we'll see Alan again someday. And thank you for helping Alan to drink some water, and please help us to be strong through this. Amen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the water's a little cold, so I have this heater keeping the water from freezing. Because when it got really cold the other day, the water, even though it was bubbling in these fountains, was starting to freeze. And I put these fountains, this is an enclosed porch, but there's these big windows, and it gets cold. And I had to move them to the porch because when I had them in the living room, Ambrose, the cat, one of our kittens, this guy here, that he would splash in the fountains. Maybe there was something in the fountain that he didn't like. He was trying to splash it out, but I come in and almost all the water in the fountain was on the carpet. And I thought, that's not good. So I thought, well, out here on the porch, it maybe doesn't matter as much. But that was in the summer, and now it's the winter. Today it's going to warm up to almost to I think to 28, 30 degrees. That's going to be a heat wave. But Pete exhibited a lot of the same behavior right before he passed away. He was in the boiler room, I guess for heat, and was just laying in his own pee, doing weird things. Yeah. And so we called the vet, and he said 4 o'clock, but if the cat seems to be doing badly earlier on, he said call and they could probably try to figure out a way to squeeze us in, but so this is Alan, you are loved. I'm so glad you're drinking. I just put some bottled spring water into the fountain that was at room temperature, so Alan's not having to drink super cold water. Now, if I could make sure I see Alan eating before I head off to work, I will be much more pleased. The problem is, when I come home from work, I'll only have a matter of 15 minutes to get to the vet, and which is easily done. I can get there in 5 minutes, but if Alan the cat goes and hides, there's no way I'll be able to make it on time at 4. So I think it's best that we confine Alan in a room today, because I got up super early this morning, worried about Alan, and it took me forever to find it. He wasn't in his normal spots, and it took me well over an hour until he just surfaced. And he's been making weird kind of pitiful meows also. But he was a companion of Pete the cat for years, and then Pete passed away. Then we got these kittens, and he's kind of accepted them, but isn't, real buddy with them. And when he was a kitten, he was really enamored of our cat, Princess. The very first pet I ever had was Princess. And Princess was not thrilled with the kitten, kind of rejected, and Alan would just cry pitifully going through the house. Oh man, wanting to be friends with Princess. Uh-oh. Hold on a moment. So, I researched the symptoms and trying to play amateur veterinarian, and my gut feeling is that this isn't good. That these are not good things that I'm seeing here. She's been here at the water a good 20 minutes. I'm not sure what. Yeah, it's a little after 6 in the morning. she's feeling really cold. And it is cold out here. I'm wearing a coat. So I'm going to put her into this carrier here and take her up where it's warm. Oh, shit. This is pretty heavy. I don't know. Might be a little heavy for my wife to carry. Maybe not. Okay, we're going down in the elevator to the garage to get a disposable litter box because we're going to keep Alan confined in the master bedroom so that we won't have a hard time finding him to take him to the vet. I know I've got a couple of disposable litter boxes in the garage, and then I've got some kitty litter, and then we'll need some water and some food, and then we'll be able to immediately get him to the vet when I get home. Here's the door to the garage coming up. All right, I got to get some food for Alan because we're going to confine her in a room. I put the kitty litter box out for him. Why do I keep calling guys she? What's wrong with me? Okay, keep misgendering my cat. I have this problem where I consider all dogs to be boys and all cats to be girls. I can't get the pronouns right, man. Oh boy. So see, I have a GoFundMe going for my medical expenses for my eye surgery because I'm still gonna owe about $1,900, well, really over $2,000 with the anesthesia. But now there's gonna be Alan's expenses. So if you can. But brother, if you can spare a dime to help out with the GoFundMe, I'll have the link down below. Please help out because these aren't good times, man. Now I've got to get water. I guess I could take one of these two fountains upstairs and that'd be what I need to do. Let me open this package from Charlton real quick. You know, I just saw scissors out here. And the perfect place that scissors should be on a chair so that you can sit on them. I think my mother warned me about that. Man. But Alan's like family, man. This is not a good time. Of course, I'm holding the camera with my hands, so the phone. Hold on. I need a blade, man. Ouch. I almost stabbed myself. What kind of moron am I? Don't answer that question. I'll do a proper unboxing later when I'm not dealing with all this. It's a butterfly box. And it's a whole bunch of sugar and spikes. And this is very pleasing to me. A whole plethora. Charlton 66 is a wonderful human being. A lot of sugar and spikes. Let me show you real quick what my neighbor left me on the doorknob. And I'll show all this to you. Who gives a crap? That was some toilet paper my wife ordered that's made out of bamboo from a company. Anyway, I like the box. Who gives a crap? Anyway, I got this copy of Pep, was just on my doorknob, and this 4-color Uncle Wiggily, 4-color number 428, and a soundtrack for the waiting game. I don't know anything about. Is that a wait? Maybe it's not a soundtrack. I'm thinking of the Crying Game. Oh, I know what this is. Oh yeah, this is actually someone I know's CD. And then I got these matchbooks. Here's the one I was telling you about. Look at that. Sunset Boulevard, a most unusual motion picture. That it was. Yeah, imagine the old days when they promoted movies on matchsticks. And look at this. It's a matchbook promoting the premiere of The Flying Nun. Man, little things like this, wonderful people like my neighbor in Charlton 66 that cheer me up in a time like this. And of course, the cartoons on Throwback TV that I'm recording right now also. Sometimes, you know, it's really good when you have a wonderful career and you think, man, I'm a washed up has-been, and then television comes along and gives you a new breath of life. This is from 1965, this Three Stooges cartoon, and Mo and Larry still there. Never liked the new guy they got, but anyway, they got to make a few feature films and do this cartoon, and because the Three Stooges comedies came on television and gave their career a boost. Same thing happened to Boris Karloff with when all the Universal horror movies started playing in the late 50s. He got a TV series, and movies, and a comic book, and a game, and even a Boris Karloff wax museum up there by Niagara Falls. Bela Lugosi didn't live long enough to reap the benefits of television showing the old films, but man, it's about almost 20 minutes till 7. I can't eat till 7. But anyway, this is my morning, and if you if you're able to donate a little bit to the cause with the GoFundMe, then by all means do it, because, man, I don't know what to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a World War I cartoon. Remember those wacky, funny days of World War I? Hey, I'll see. Well, hello. Giving you an update on Alan the cat. Didn't look good when the vet was looking at Alan. He's thinking it was kidney, the kidney's shutting down. And he said, "Do you want me to do blood work?" And so I said, "Well, how long will the blood work?" He could do it in 20 minutes and then know more specifically what's going on. And then so he did that, and the kidney stuff was high, but not as high as he thought it was going to be. He was wondering if Alan had gotten into some bad stuff like rat poison. We don't put rat poison in it. The pancreas was also high, but he was thinking that it's worth a shot to keep Alan overnight and fill him up with fluids or whatever stuff they put under the surface of the skin to absorb. Because maybe because with all the prayers that my wife and I have done, and you guys out there telling me that you've done the same thing, and that's, I think, the power of prayer. I mean, there's a chance, in other words, that this could be something that it's not. I mean, I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't really look good to me, but if there's been a chance. There's a chance that he could recover from this, and that's great. Pete the cat passed away about a year ago, but many years ago when I was first married, Pete came into the master bedroom and laid down, and I swear to you, my wife is a witness to this. We talked about it this morning. Pete said, "Help me," just like in The Fly, over and over again. The meows that Pete was actually saying the words, "Help me." And we took him to the vet, and I don't remember what it was. I thought Pete was a goner then, but he recovered. And Alan had a real bad health crisis back in Texas, and they wound up pulling a bunch of his teeth, and he recovered from that. So I'm hoping, because we're gonna see how things go overnight. So I'll keep you informed. I have these recurring dreams. I don't know that I'd call them nightmares. They're more just confusing, very realistic dreams about loved ones that in my life that have passed away, just suddenly being alive with no explanation, like the Twilight Zone or something. And then I said, how can you be alive? It's not possible. And I'm talking to them, and my good friend Tom, who passed away, I talk about him a lot. He was a fellow collector, and he went out to Hollywood and worked in special effects on horror movies and stuff, and did music videos for the Ramones and Motorhead. Well, he passed away, and then I had this dream, extremely realistic, where I'm there, and Tom's there, and it's like I said, "Tom, how are you alive, man? How are you here?" And he said, "Listen to me." He looked right at me and said, "I want you to remember this. You always forget. I need you to remember this." And he said, "John," and he gave me the number of a Bible verse in John. He said, "You got to remember." And of course, I forgot the number when I woke up, but I know it was John. And I mentioned it to his brother, and he says, "Well, we just got to read the whole book of John, and one of those is what he meant." It wasn't John 3:16 because, you know, everyone, it was something different. Anyway, that seemed very realistic. And then I think that I really was communicating with him there. But I have these dreams, my father also, and that comes from my father. I mourned my father a couple of years before he died. He was in I think it was the same hospital they took Kennedy to, Parkland. And I remember we were upstairs, and then my brother said, you know, I need to come over. My father was real bad, and my father was bleeding out of every pore on his body and was laying there. Apparently looked just like Christ after he'd been whipped and then taken down from the cross, just all blood. And the doctors were mystified, and my dad said hemorrhagic, you know, he barely communicated, hemorrhagic fever 1952, or some year in the early 50s when he was in Korea. He had hemorrhagic fever. And he thought that's what, you know, like a recurring bout of that. I don't know if that comes back like chicken pox comes back at you with whatever the hell that shit, shingles. I had shingles. It's horrible. But anyway, so we all thought he was goner then, and I remember going out on the balcony of this hospital, and that's when I really mourned my father. And then he managed to bound back and live a couple more years, and so because of that experience, I think, where I thought my dad was not going to make it, and then he made it. I have these dreams where things, you know, it's weird, but so I'm hoping, and we're praying, and hopefully you guys pray too. I don't know what staying overnight or maybe over the weekend, if it'll help him, will cost. I'm not even thinking about the cost. Maybe I should, but I can't. It's a family member. But it's not going to be, hopefully not horrible, but it just adds to all the, you know, everything going on. And I've got a GoFundMe if you want to help. You don't have to help. I'm not trying to make you feel guilty, but everybody's got their own problems. Dang. Yeah, Alan the cat, wow. Well, we left Alan at the vet, and he's going to be warm and have all that fluids. And then I'm not working tomorrow because I've got to go to another town to get my prescription for my glasses. And then I was going to take my wife to the doctor, but I think she canceled that appointment. But then I've got to also go get Alan, unless he has to stay the weekend. And hopefully things will be okay. I'm going in the supermarket here to get some dog food and some kitty litter. And I don't know, man. Thank you for those of you that have texted me. Gary Davis has sent me a wonderful message. I need to call him. And Charlton 66 has been contacting me about how things are going with Alan, and all you wonderful people, Kevin and everybody else, Friar Tuck, all the nice people in the chat down below that have sent prayers. I think that's great. Always prayers. I know some people, you say, well, I don't know if this guy is religious or not, so I'll say thoughts and prayers, because if they get offended by the prayers, well, no, I'm just thinking. I'm not really praying. No, just say prayers. You can leave the thoughts out. Because if you're praying, you're obviously thinking, so you don't have to say thoughts. I don't know. I'm being an asshole now. Prayers only. No thoughts. Anyway, shit, it makes me think I need to stop drinking this Dr. Pepper stuff, man. I need to worry about my kidneys, man. Shit. But anyway, I love you guys. You guys have been really nice to me, and that's cool. Yeah. So yeah. Heading on into the... Well, we're still waiting on word about Alan the cat.
Turn right onto North Webster Street, then turn right onto East Fillmore Street.
Wonder when this Mexican restaurant opens. Wonder if they've got a sign on the door or not. That's not going to work out because it's about 9 in the morning. Maybe I can get breakfast there. That's not happening. All right. So, we continue. Oh my gosh. Well,
at the stop sign, turn right onto East Fillmore Street, then turn left onto South Douglas Street. At the stop sign, turn left onto South Douglas Street, then continue onto US 169. Continue onto US 169. For about 22 miles, continue straight on.
miles. Well, it's 10 degrees, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they kept Alan the cat overnight at the veterinary hospital, and we're hoping he'll be okay. They're giving him some medicine and stuff, so maybe with prayer, Alan the cat will be okay. coming into Detroit. It's the beautiful land of Michigan. I was getting a prescription for reading glasses, and they don't have any. They don't have any eyeglass stores still in Detroit. They've all been burned out. So I had to drive to Pittsburgh. So I'm on my way back to the Detroit city limits. Beautiful Detroit. Gosh, I'd play the radio, but I'll get a copyright claim. That's probably enough of that. Well, if I put on the weather radio, it'll probably be okay. What do you think? Waiting on a phone call with news about Alan and praying. Thank you. A few people made donations to the GoFundMe last night, and I really appreciate it. There's going to be a bill for him being in the hospital overnight. And then hopefully there won't be a bill for the other thing that we're all praying won't happen. Alan's a good cat, man. Yes, we're coming into dear old Detroit. Detroit, Rock City, man. Starting to see the civilization. Wait, this restaurant seems to be open. Oh, boy. Roadside restaurant, steak and bar and grill. Oh, well.
Winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Wind chill values as low as 10 below. These are the 9 a.m. conditions for the Creston area. At the Creston Airport, it was sunny. The temperature was 5 degrees, but 2.0. Did you take NyQuil intense food? Yeah, I got that. Okay, I got that. Yeah, you need NyQuil intense food. Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
Well, how about that Super Bowl, man, coming up in, what, 2 weeks? Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited. I hope both teams lose. Is that possible? If neither team scores for the entire game, that means they're both losers, right? They wouldn't both be winners. So let's hope and pray that neither team scores. then no one will lose any money. No, those gambling people, no one will get in trouble and lose money. So let's hope that neither team can score for the entire game. Has that ever happened in the history of football? Those of you that care about sports could comment down below. While you're at it, you can subscribe and what is it, a heart or a thumbs up? I can't remember what you do on YouTube. Well, I'm back up to 925 subscribers. I lost several. And now I've gained a few back. Yes, indeed. City limits. I'll be back in a moment. All right, so Alan has arrived back home. The doctor looked at Alan and thought Alan only had a few days to go, thought maybe his kidneys were failing, but then he did some blood work, and he said it wasn't as high as he thought.
As for the kidneys, but he has really high calcium.
Yeah, well, he has high calcium, which he's worried that could be a like parathyroid thing. But anyway, they kept him overnight at the veterinary clinic and gave him fluids, and now there's not fluid around his eye. There's eyes. There's not. He's more perky. He's meowing. He's eating. He's pooping, and he got to come home. So the other animals are excited about seeing Alan's return. So thank you. 3 people donated some money. It cost, well, I think, what was it, about $250 for his stay. And we got some medicine to give him and some stuff like that. And some special food. Let's see how you're doing there, Alan. Alan is moving around. Before, he was just like barely moving. He was just, okay. Yeah, he's getting around.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it's all right with you, I'd like to continue my...
Oh, he's looking for the water, probably, which I've moved since he was last here, because I didn't want this water out here on the freezing porch anymore. So let me get some water for you. Okay, I need to do that. Okay, water. Oh, this is just great. I don't know if you guys have a true perspective of how sick Alan was. So this is like a real miracle. And thank you, all of you that prayed. And I think I was kind of an a-hole. I was saying, don't say thoughts and prayers, just say prayers. And then I noticed some really good friends said thoughts and prayers, and I thought, oh, they're going to think I meant them. I was just being funny, that in general. But I know that's just because I was saying thoughts and prayers. No, just say prayers. Then I saw Charlton66 said thoughts and prayers, and he's gonna think I meant him. I wrote that before. It's just, don't worry about it, guys. I just like to be funny. Anyway, your prayers did help, and our prayers, and this is living proof that miracles can happen, because she was laying in her own pee. She. I can't keep track of what that Alan's a boy, man. As I say, I always call all dogs boys, he, and all cats I call them she. I just can't get. And this is where Alan normally hangs out. You know, the last few months, this is her spot, his spot. He likes being right here. And the cats are glad to see Alan back. These are the shoes that Charlton66 recommended that I get. These shoes that have helped me with my plantar fasciitis. Which is another miracle thing, because I barely feel it now. Those shoes really did help. Let me bring the water over closer to.
Joe and I want to tell you about the big chance you have to win beautiful Mohawk carpet.
That's right, because your family may be one of the 12,000 families who get a Mohawk right for Christmas. And it won't cost you a cent.
It's really a Christmas gift from your Mohawk dealer. So we want you to get from him a Mohawk carpet.
There are 3 winners guaranteed in every participating Mohawk dealer store. And the first name drawn wins a smart, beautiful 9x12 Mohawk rug.
That's right. And the next 2 names...
I think they gave him a bath too.
What?
Well, his fur isn't all kind of. Didn't it seem kind of oily when we brought
I think
him?
we should ask them.
Well, I don't know. Either that or the fluids have gone through the hairs and made him feel better.
I think that they would have done that. If they did, I'm greatly impressed, but I don't think so.
Well,
Oh, Charlotte looks so cute creeping up behind you.
I'm just kind of hoping to hear some purring.
Right. Maybe he's just not there yet.
Get down here, I see there's a bunch of cat toys back behind here.
Do you know that Drew looks like she's crying and she's watching you guys intently?
Oh, really? Drew looks like.
Tears going down her face, I'm not kidding.
Let me see. Oh, Drew is
Looking at you guys so intently.
impressed by the miracle.
Hey, don't fight me.
Oh, it's the Cliffhanger show on Throwback TV. Every day they show a different episode of a classic movie serial. This is the greatest channel on earth.
That is so cute how they were all waiting right there when we came out.
Yeah, we got this GoFundMe that was really set up because I had this eye surgery. Well, I went this morning and I got glasses for close-up. They'll be ready by the 20th of February. But I still got to pay, like, I don't know, $1,900, the 20% of the surgery that my insurance didn't cover. And I got to pay the people that, the anesthesiologists, I think a couple hundred. And, oh, man.
I'm trying to get a work from home job, but I actually heard something from somebody in May.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard Cleo, but she might have a job. Someone called her back working from home. So that'll help us out too. In the meantime, we got this.
You need to wash that dish well. What are you doing?
Yeah, I just grabbed the dish because it was in the sink because I needed water quick.
He needs clean water.
Yeah, well, we're going to take him up to the bedroom and keep him in the bedroom. here in a few minutes. I just wanted to unveil.
I wouldn't want nothing to do with that dish.
Oh, I wouldn't either. I gave her water in a dirty dish. She's right. I just wanted the animals to greet Alan, and I wanted you guys to see Alan and how much improved he is, because I'd say a good 10 of you have donated some money that will, in part, mostly go to her and him, and paying off all the crap. Is there still a discharge from the eyes there? Still a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Am I live? No, I'm recording, but yeah, I guess we can take Alan up and get him set up in the master bedroom.
You can grab him in that little blanket I put in his cage.
Yeah.
You don't need to take that cage up, just grab him with that blanket.
Okay, all right.
About good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare.
Come on, just let him have his nice water upstairs.
Okay, yeah, there's a water fountain upstairs where it's a lot cleaner water.
The tax relief line is here to help you. Now, you have a knowledgeable professional team.
All right, well, the other animals will be with Alan up in the bedroom, so we'll have a kitty litter box and food and water and all that.
Reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt.
Yeah, Charlotte the cat is growing, and
Easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call.
yeah, anyway, we got some special food for Alan and some antibiotic and what was the other? Oh, just chapter 5, the Ray of Death.
I'm gonna head up. Thank you guys. Thank you for Alan.
Alan the cat just passed away. We're leaving the vet. These birds appeared.
There's another big group coming behind them, towards them, over there. I just see them in the distance. And there's some over here. They were really flocking and flying around here as we just walked out saying goodbye to Alan. And I want to thank these birds for their send-off, for their recognition, for their condolences. Many flocks of them. It would have been great.
It's not my best camera work. I'm not doing too good.
It would have been great if we could have caught the moment where they were all
Yeah, they all descended down towards us.
Amazing. I've seen this a few times in my life.
These two wonderful cats have been helping Alan out. Our sick cat Alan kept going up to the attic, and Ambrose the cat, where did you go, Ambrose? Oh, somewhere around here. Anyway, Ambrose, the black and white cat you just saw, would go up and sit with them up there in the attic. Now, then the white cat you just saw would comfort Alan. The squirrel kitten that we have adopted most recently kind of wasn't too happy as Alan got sicker. Kind of would hiss at Alan, but Alan went to be with the Lord at 4:55 p.m. this evening, and we'll have his ashes in a few days to put with my cat Princess, my beloved cat Princess, my great dog Daisy and Pete the cat. And anyway, as we left the vet's office, Cleo said, look, Cleo being my wife, all these birds came down to the telephone wires. Big group on my side and a big group on Cleo's side. Flew up in the air and then back down, and she said, yeah, there's, and I said, yeah, it's a sign from God. I had heard about the significance of birds at a time of death, that they're, it's a sign of, well, you can Google it. Just type in birds sighted at time of death. It's like a communication and a sign of love. And so I'll do a show, a tribute to Alan this weekend, I guess, and do a big show this weekend. Can't do it probably till Saturday. Hope you guys are doing great. Here's Charlotte, little squirrel cat, and there's Ambrose the cat that was watching over Ellen, and Drew the dog here. How you doing, Drew the dog? They're all doing well, and we knew this was coming. If you've been watching my show, you knew it was coming, because Alan wouldn't eat. And, shit. I mean, Alan would, we were using a syringe, plastic syringe, make the, get the food all liquidy and put the food into Alan's mouth, and Alan did not want to eat. Alan would drink water, but it was, so, there was something, it was his time. I mean, he was only 12. Some cats live to be 15, 17. I was hoping it would be the case. It wasn't, but man, I loved Alan, and he's been around about the length of my marriage. Right before we were married, Alan showed up in the backyard. Cleo said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Alan." And so, like he really said the word Alan. Anyway, I'll talk to you, wonderful people.
He can jump over the highest building, and he can beat any villain, the world's mightiest mortal, Captain Marvel. Faster than the speed of light, he's always ready to fight for what's right. Captain Marvel, Shazam, Captain Marvel, the lightning flashes, the thunder crashes, and there he stands, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, the world's mightiest mortal, Shazam, Captain Marvel, Shazam, Captain Marvel. The wisdom of Solomon, the strength
There's a YouTube channel called Grottu Orloff that focuses on mid-century pop culture, comic books, horror, monsters, hot rods, superheroes, and rock and roll records. There is also a character named Kitten Orloff in the Arrowverse who is a former technician and a brilliant mechanical engineer.
I am signing a proclamation to make July 17th Grottu Orloff Day. He's a national treasure and deserves a holiday.
Grottu Orloff is a mad, mad, mad daddy. He's the coolest. I mean, look at this. He's so cool. He's the best. So mad, so cool.
Hey Google, who is Grottu Orloff?
Grottu Orloff is the host of a YouTube channel that celebrates mid-century pop culture, including comic books, horror, monsters, hot rods, superheroes, and rock and roll records.
Hey Google, what was that again? Hey Google, what was that again?
Grottu Orloff is the host of a YouTube channel that celebrates mid-century pop culture, including comic books, horror, monsters, hot rods, superheroes, and rock and roll records.
She needs your leg as her pillow. Put it back.
I didn't want to record my foot.
Doesn't matter. She's too sleepy. She's getting a bath while she's asleep. How cute. A little baby panther.
Now they're gonna start fighting.
I hope not. Uh-oh. She's taking care of you, Mimi. Let her do it. Oh, Mimi, you're so crazy. Look at her ears. They're pointing that way. That aggressive way. Oh yeah, they're out like an owl. Oh boy. She's ready. Ready to fight.
So, can you imagine all these for $20, man? I mean, and nobody even, these are not expensive comics because nobody wants to collect these. I don't understand it, man. I think Aquaman's a great character. I like him better than the Submariner. Here's number 7. Although Submariner, entails to astonish back in the 60s when there was a series, a storyline called The Quest. That's what got me started on a lot of the other Marvel characters, was that storyline, The Quest, with the Submariner. I thought that was so great. I think there was some little bit of light staining on this book in the back cover, so I graded it like a G+. Here's an early appearance of the Quist. Number 4 is from 1962. And the last, number 2. I have
Alone. New invention. No one is to touch.
Commander, they're attacking the base. They destroyed the base. Then we must retreat.
Once we destroyed the Alliance's base on Jupiter, we continued our quest for the skull and found ourselves being pulled into one of the black holes of space.
We're being drawn into the vortex.
To present the award for Best TV Show from the movie Cousins of Adventures in Babysitting, Keith Coogan and American